Hello, good afternoon. How are you, my lockdowners? Happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for tuning in again with me this afternoon. It's such a joy to meet with you every day. I just love holding this space for all of us, and it feels really good. You know, we're all at home kind of in lockdown, so it feels like I'm able to connect with a community, so I'm really appreciating that aspect of this process. So thanks for allowing me to be here and share some helpful lifestyle tips for you to help you stay positive and grounded. As we keep talking about, this is a perfect time to continue to work on yourself, on your mindset, on your physical care, and just, really start to develop the very best version of yourself, because that's what the world needs right now. The world needs us to be happy, healthy, and be the very best versions of ourselves so that we can continue to come together as communities and lift each other up and support each other during this time. So I just wanted to check in. How is everyone feeling? I know we just got the news yesterday that we are all going to still be on lockdown till April 30th. Some of the schools are closed till May 1st. So that's a lot. It's a lot more time, and even we don't know what's going to even happen after that time frame either. So I wanted to check in to see how you all are feeling. Today I woke up feeling a little grouchy myself, thinking, gosh, okay, here we go. It's a little bit longer. But, as we come together as communities to support each other, we got to stay positive together and, really, again, focusing on the things that we can control, like our self-development and our daily routines, and focus on just really becoming the best versions of ourselves. It's going to kind of help the process become easier in time. Now, I know there's lots of things happening with finances and businesses and just a lot of unknown still, and I hear you and I'm with you, and I know we're all in this unknown, unforeseen time, and so it's a little scary for most of us, and that's okay. We're going to get through it. And, we as humans, I believe we're designed to survive. What's interesting is, even though this time is difficult, we have so much more now than we did, for example, back in 2008 when the stock market crashed. So that's kind of something interesting to think about. And plus, like, all of these different outlets of people coming together through social media, supporting each other. So just know you're not alone. Everyone is kind of going through their stuff. But again, I just want to hold this space every day to just inspire you to stay positive, focus on the good, focus on all that you do have still right now, and just continue to work on developing yourself, because when we develop ourselves, we become the best versions of ourselves, and then we can help everyone else around us. So I've been talking about a lot lately. So I've talked about doing a life inventory, identifying your top 5 values, setting your non-negotiables, organizing your schedule, setting boundaries, having accountability. So there's a lot of things that I've been talking to you about every day. If you're just tuning in for the first time, go back and watch all my 5 other videos. Today is day 6, by the way. There's so much I've been sharing. There's so much more I want to share too. I was writing on my list of notes today, and it's like, gosh, I have so much I just want to share every day. So I'm going to keep showing up for you to keep sharing all of these awesome lifestyle tips that will help you stay positive and grounded. So, as we're looking forward to the next, 30 days, it's important that we stay connected to having some sort of daily routine that grounds us. So, I always say waking up early, and at the same time every day, not hitting snooze and getting that uninterrupted time in the morning where no one's emailing you or calling you, and you just have some quiet space. And so really, it's so good to wake up at the same time every day. Drink a glass of water, maybe make some hot water with lemon, and then just, if you can find a quiet space, do some stretching. If you are into meditation or thinking about trying meditation, I highly recommend it during times like this, especially to get control of your mind, especially if you notice your mind is ruminating on negative thoughts. It's something that happens to us naturally. The human mind wants to protect us, so we tend to ruminate on fearful thoughts. And when we're thinking about these fearful thoughts of things that could happen in the future that haven't happened yet, you're actually putting your body in fight or flight mode. So this is actually causing stress on your immune system. So if you find that you are getting anxious, maybe, and if you are watching a lot of news, maybe dial it down a little bit. I know it's good to stay up to date on everything, but also it's important to stay grounded and focus on what you can control in your own environment. So having that daily routine is going to be really important for you as you're going through this process. You can incorporate breathing during that time. Just anything that you can do that kind of helps you get your mind set for the day in a positive mind frame. Practicing gratitude at that time. After you've kind of done some sort of meditation practice and gratitude practice. I always say it's really nice to send a love note to somebody in your life. Telling them how grateful you are for them and just sending them love. And that's just a great way to start the day, with just having gratitude for all that you have, and sharing love to people in your life, and staying focused on all the good and all the positives, even though everything else around us is kind of chaotic. But this is one way that you can kind of control your environment and what's going on for you versus all the things that we can't control. So this is really important to have, this positive routine for yourself, positive mindset routine, if you will, just to stay positive during this time. On top of all the other things I've been sharing, the life inventory, top 5 values, organizing your schedule, getting things, in alignment so that you can start to feel happy, whole, and grounded. Again, that's so important, because when we are living life by our values, that's when we get replenished and we feel happy and whole in life. And when we feel happy and whole in life, we're healthier, and we can also help others. And this is exactly what the world needs right now. So it's interesting. We've all been forced on this lockdown, but really it's what we do with our time during this lockdown, and it's what we do with our thoughts, it's what we do with what's going on for us during this lockdown that's going to kind of make or break our experience through this process. So I think that's why I'm feeling really called to serve right now and show up every day and kind of talk about all these different ways that you can kind of manage each day, like focusing on the positives, getting yourself connected to your values, make sure you're doing things that are replenishing you, especially if you are, if you're the scenario where you have your spouse and you have your kids and everyone's at home, you're homeschooling, you're working, you're managing the household, you're trying to manage the finances with all this unknown stuff happening. You guys really need the space to replenish yourselves and reset yourself. So, getting on a good plan with your spouse and with your family, having teamwork, and making sure that everyone is having time and space to work on themselves, connecting to those values that are going to make you feel stronger and whole and have more mental clarity every day is super, super important. So, as we're talking about the next 30 days going into April, these small little things that I'm sharing each day, they seem small, but really they have such a big impact. And so, sharing these right now as you start to plant the seeds and start to integrate these little practices every day in your daily life, it's going to make huge results on a lot of different levels. So it's really important, again, like we were talking about accountability yesterday, and the accountability portion I was talking about was making that commitment to yourself, to show up for yourself every day and to honor yourself every day, so that you're living your life by these values that make you happy and grounded. Those are super important things for your family, for your relationships, for your career, and your future self, and for this time in the world right now. And so if you are noticing yourself feeling drained, and if you're feeling overwhelmed, this is a sign to kind of check back in with, those values and start to create that non-negotiable space that I've been talking about, so that you can incorporate this self-care, this self-replenishing time, as we're at home. And as you start to build these practices now, once we kind of go back out, when everything is back up and running, you're going to have these really strong daily practices that are going to help you keep grounded, so that when anything like this comes in your path, you're going to be so strong and you're going to know exactly what you need to do to take care of yourself, so that you can stay positive and show up for everyone around you. So again, all this is super important, and the biggest thing too about all this stuff is the consistency and the accountability, like consistency and discipline. And I actually don't like the word discipline. I don't know why, but discipline is important, but I like to call it dedication and commitment instead. So consistency paired with commitment and dedication to yourself is that form of self-respect, form of self-love. And as you do that, you're going to become stronger and healthier. And when you're stronger and healthier, you can help other people around you. So, again, having these little practices every day, getting clear on what you want, getting clear on what you need every day, all this is super important right now. And so I encourage you to kind of either do this with your family. So if you have a family and you guys are all kind of feeling a little aggravated or just needing a little change or a little positivity, this is something to come together about, or just even with your spouse, or just on your own. What are some areas of your life that you want to change or shift around? And then it goes back to also having boundaries too, holding space, to take care of yourself. Like, that's the thing, guys, is this whole COVID-19, it's affecting our health. So health has to come first. And it's always been that way, but no one has ever really paid attention to that. And I think unless you've had something affect your life from a health perspective, you don't really know that. And so, for example, for me firsthand, losing my father to pancreatic cancer, I quickly learned about how short life is, how precious life is, and how important our health is. My spiritual teacher, Dr. Joseph Michael Levery, always says that health is our wealth. And if you think about it, we cannot do anything without our health. And so now we are in this situation where not only are our finances, our jobs, everything is kind of threatened, but our health is being threatened. And that is like the last thing that we have to be able to function. So when I'm telling you to do these tiny little things, it's important because it's gonna help you feel so good. It's gonna keep your immune system strong, and it's gonna keep your environment happy and healthy. So these things are important. And as we have these little units and these little communities, it's so important to support each other this way. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you around where we're at now, since we have 30 more days as we're going into April. And as a positive mindset coach, I wanted to just let you know I'm here for you. And I'm having to coach myself too. Like I said, I woke up today, I was feeling a little grouchy, but that's where my practices help ground me to staying positive. So having gratitude each morning, reaching out to loved ones, telling them how much I love them and how grateful I am for them, focusing on all the good, focusing on the things that I can control about myself and my environment to do things in a positive way. This will spread it. So I spread the positivity through you guys, through this live process, and then I spread it through my clients and my family, and you can do the same too. So if you're freaking out, feeling a little edgy, just take a few minutes, breathe, go outside for a walk, connect with a partner, somebody, ask for the space that you need, and just, stay accountable with taking care of yourself every day. So I think that's all I had to share with you today. I'm going to be back tomorrow with more goodies. There's like an endless pit of content that I have. So I'm really excited to be here with you and serving you in this way. And it's a joy to feel connected to you all as we're in lockdown mode. So thank you for taking time to be with me today. And also, as always, a special thank you to all the doctors and nurses and all the police force, everyone who is, just risking their lives and time and energy to keep us all safe. Thank you. Sending you so much blessings and light. And everyone, stay safe with your families, stay at home, and I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.